Good morning, at least here in the US of A. It is morning. So Tuesday training, I am finally making it on time. So feeling good about that. But today I wanted to talk to you about client attraction. Because one of the things that are coming up in NLBP, in our groups, is how they're attracting clients, but the thought that they have to be on every single social media platform that's out there. And when you are a soul-centered entrepreneur or coming from this place of trying to match your vibration, all of those social media channels, especially if they don't feel good to you, if you love being on video and you love making your posts and you love interacting with all of the people in other people's groups, power to you. That's what you should be doing. This is more about attracting a client naturally, or what feels really good to you. And I was talking to some members yesterday, and they talked about, not having enough time to post here and not having time to post there, and on TikTok and on Instagram and on Facebook, and now people are doing Pinterest. And they're also doing a blog, and they're going live, and they have a YouTube channel, and it's all of this stuff. But I keep asking, okay, but are you actually getting clients that way? Are people resonating with who you are that way? A Facebook group is another one, right? They're a lot of work. So it's how it feels good to you inside. And I feel as a soul-centered entrepreneur, one, if you want to do social media, pick one of them. For years at NLBP, we did not really do social media. Our members do have a private Facebook group, and our higher inner circle, our six-figure soul inner circle, does have a Slack channel, so we can talk all of the time. But it's a little bit different. We don't do, posts 3-4 times a week and try to attract people that way. We created this public group. If you're watching this in the live group, if you're watching this in YouTube, we have a public group called a Global Collaboration, because so many people were asking, hey, how do I belong to a group? How do I talk? And we knew that the business pages really weren't working anymore. So we created a group just so we could answer questions. I could do these lives. People can get to know each other. But it was really as a format for others to connect to each other and just know that there's this place that we can mentor and answer questions, and I can talk to people. So that's how the Facebook group serves us. We don't do a lot of marketing for the Facebook group. If we get thousands of people, that's great. If we don't, we know that the people that are here in the group are the right people that are supposed to be here. I'm a huge believer in the right people show up when it's time to show up. Same thing with our membership program. We don't do a high tactic sales or anything. 99% of the time people came because they heard of us through another member and they wanted to learn more. And our process is not the high sales, but to come to a meet and greet, learn more about us, see if you fit in, see if it feels good. And we do know for a lot of people, it's not a decision that they make very quickly. It has happened. Some people come to the meet and greet and they join right away. Some people take a while. Some people follow us for a year or more before they decide to take that leap for their business. So it's different for everyone. So my point is to tell you, regardless of what your business is, especially if you're a coach or you're in a practice or whatever it is that you're doing, in your client attraction, it has to feel real and natural. And it has to feel good about doing it. So if the best way that you turn over clients is to have a conversation, then have a conversation with all of them. If the best way for you is to do lives on Facebook, then do lives on Facebook or LinkedIn or however that works for you. You can always repurpose them, put them on YouTube and a couple other things. That's what we do. But it has to feel good in your soul. Does that make sense? If you're struggling to come up with posts and come up with topics, or to write your blog every week, or whatever it is, and it's not feeling good, it's not feeling aligned, then you're just really throwing spaghetti at the wall. I say it's shouting from a mountaintop. Like, you've created this workshop And now you're just yelling it from everywhere, every platform you can possibly tell everybody, I'm over here, I'm over here, I'm over here. And I feel now there's so many people on social media. But I believe with the soul-centered entrepreneurs that most of you are, if you're watching this, right? Heart-centered, you're coming from where you authentically are. You've gotten into whatever business you're in because it feels good, it feels right. Well, your marketing and client attraction has to be exactly the same. It has to feel good, it has to feel right. I'm an introvert, so the way I do things is much different than someone who's an extrovert or someone who feels good about doing things in a different way. I like conversation, I like groups, so that's why I have a membership. Right? I like groups. Once in a while, I do take on personal coaching clients, but it's usually to do the strategy piece for someone who's been in a corporate job and they want to move their life over to what I call an alternative business. I call myself an alternative business engineer, right? So how do they move over? What's that strategy look like? How do they start this new life? So I'm about aligning their lifestyle with their business, who they are with what they do, regardless of what they do. It doesn't matter, of putting that in line. So you have to decide what's the best way for you to get clients, right? Shouting from the mountaintop doesn't work for most, but if having one-on-one conversations works, having in small groups work, that's what you have to do. I say when you're trying to attract a client or people that might use your services, to use what we call vision-based sales. Vision-based sales. You're giving them a vision of what it could be, right? So I'm always talking about people's ultimate dream. What do you want that to be? If you have a part-time job, when are you leaving it? Give me a date. When are you going to be full-time and fully committed into this? Or what's some other ones? For people that want to leave a corporate job, or they really want to do group programs or workshops or speak from a stage, maybe that's something you want to do. It's talking about what does that ultimate vision look like? If it's working 3 days a week or Monday mornings or working with 5 clients a year, whatever that vision is, my job is to make that a reality. So when you're attracting clients, what is your job? What type of vision are you giving your clients? Many people will tell you, marketers, I think, they've used fear-based marketing for so long, and what you're going to lose if you don't work with them. And I really don't feel that that's the right angle for someone, certainly someone like me. But if you're soul-centered or you're coming from your heart, that fear-based marketing, saying that someone else is not enough, or they're not doing it right unless they have you, or without your services, they're never going to survive, or whatever that fear that you're putting into them is, I don't think that that's the right way to attract people. I think we're getting away from that. I think that's the way it's been done for so long. There's so many people now that are doing webinars, right? The free webinars, but it's a heavy sales pitch the whole way through. For me, most of the time I jump off before the end. Not to say that it's never worked for me. It probably has worked once or twice. But I am not, 10 steps to 10K months or whatever that is, because I do believe that every single person is different. What works for every single person is different. So that fear-based is not going to work. If they're like, hey, this is what you have to do, and you have 24 hours to decide, or you need to do it before you get off the call, I know that that program is probably not for me. It's really just doesn't sit well with me. I feel from a soul place, when I come from something from my heart, from my soul, I feel it inside. I sit on it for a little while and just say, is that going to serve me? Is that what I want to come out of this? Does it feel right? And if there's any part of that that doesn't feel right, I always say, okay, that's fine. That's the universe just telling me. Or if it doesn't fit into my schedule, or I'm not supposed to be, I just feel that's the way it was presented to me by the universe. When the timing's right, my whole world opens up. and to really sit with that, to really know. So when you attract clients, it has to work exactly the same way. If you feel that you're constantly struggling to come up with the next post, or very frustrated that you're having conversations that are not turning over, mainly it could be because you're putting expectations on every single call or every single post, and you're not coming in from a place of service, a place of just saying, hey, let me see how I can help and attract people that way, coming from a pure-hearted place. So that's my Tuesday tip on client attraction, to help people vision what it would be like to work with you. You know, show people who you are from the inside and attract that way. So people want to resonate with you. People want to work with you. People want to be like you or have a business like you, or they love your personality. I always say that you are the differentiator. Even if you gave your business plan to someone else, they should not be able to pull and attract the exact same clients. You're different, right? There's people that do what I do, but we're all very, very different, right? If you're attracted to me and our community, you're probably not attracted to someone else. We're just different. So same for you. You are the differentiator. Stay in your power. Attract people through your vision. Tell them what the ultimate dream is, what it would look like without the fear. So it's not fear if it doesn't happen. It could just be that they're not ready. That's not their timing. But instead of saying that, you just allow it to be. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments below if this was helpful. And that's our Tuesday training tip. We will see you next week. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.